Captain John Price. To many, he's the face of Call of Duty, a soldier, a leader, and a survivor. But behind the hat, the mustache, and the gravel in his voice lies a tragedy. He won the war, he killed the villains, and he saved the world. But in the process, he lost every brother that he ever had. This is the story of the man who won, but lost everything to do so. Before we get into the video, I'd just like to say a massive thank you for 200 subscribers. I know that that's an extremely small milestone on YouTube, but I am still happy that I hit the milestone regardless, so thank you to all who have subscribed. And you're probably wondering why the name has changed. I have decided to do a complete rebrand of the channel, so the name, the profile picture, the banner is all changed. Everything's changed, the bio, everything. I thought my old name was too static, too, robotic. It just wasn't lively enough, it wasn't creative, it was just a bunch of numbers. So I decided, fuck that, we're gonna change it. So I decided to go with my original Xbox 360 gamer tag. So that's where Reticular Tricks comes from. So this is the new Reticular Tricks channel. The profile picture, the banner was done by me, and I'm extremely proud of it. I think it's class. So yep, we've done a rebrand for the 200 subscribers. So again, thank you so much, and please enjoy the video. Price's story begins long before we even see him in 2007. In the mission All Gillied Up, we play as a young John Price under the command of Captain Macmillan, two men crawling through the grass in Pripyat, Ukraine, with one mission: assassinate Imran Zakhaev. The shot is fired, Zakhaev loses an arm, but he lives, and that single failure, that unfinished job, would come back to haunt Price for decades. By the time of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1, Price is a hardened leader of Bravo 6. He meets Soap McTavish, a new recruit, and instantly takes him under his wing. Soap becomes more than just a soldier to him, he becomes like a son, and together, Bravo 6 chases Zakhaev across the world. But then comes the nuke.
All U.S. forces be advised, we have a confirmed nuclear threat in the city. NEST teams are on site and attempting to disarm. I repeat, we have a confirmed nuclear... Everyone hang on!
Shock and awe. One moment, the US Marines are pushing through a Middle Eastern city, and the next, a nuclear detonation wipes out 30,000 soldiers in an instant, and one of them being Sergeant Paul Jackson, and a man we've played as for hours throughout the game. Gone without warning, just like that. And Price sees the cost of war firsthand, entire lives erased in seconds. In the final mission, Game Over, it seals the cycle. Bravo 6, by the end, are battered, they're broken, and they're bleeding. Zakhaev has them cornered, executing Price's men one by one. Gaz, one of Price's most trusted soldiers, is shot right in the head before his eyes. Price himself lies down, out of breath and unable to move. In one last desperate act, he slides a pistol over to Soap, and Soap takes the shot that finally ends Zakhaev. The mission is won. Zakhaev is dead, but Price's team lies scattered along the bridge. Jackson, Gaz, thousands of Marines. The victory comes at a price, and ironically the captain is forced to live with it. 2 years later, the world spirals into madness. Vladimir Makarov rises to power, orchestrating acts of terror that ignite a global conflict. The infamous No Russian massacre throws the planet into chaos. Price, however, is gone, rotting in a Russian gulag, forgotten by the very people he fought to save. Soap and his new squad form Task Force 141 to fight Makarov. Amongst them, new recruits Ghost and Roach, soldiers who will become fan favourites and martyrs. When Soap breaks Price out of the gulag in the mission The Gulag, the reunion feels like hope. Price is back. The old war dog is unleashed, and in the very next mission, he launches an EMP strike, crippling the American invasion, and for a brief moment, the world feels like it might be winnable.
Price, are you there? The silo doors are opening on the sun. I repeat, the silo doors are opening on the sun. Price, come in! They're opening the silo doors on the sun. Come on, hurry! Price, do you copy? The silo doors are open! I repeat, the silo doors are open!
But then it comes, every young man's first heartbreak, loose ends. Ghost and Roach and a team of others infiltrate Makarov's safe house, gathering priceless intel that could end the war, and everything goes perfectly. Until it doesn't.
Hard on that cell. Make sure they're down. Roger, I'm on it. Coming around, heading 250. Roger, I got it lined up. Gold Eagle's on the ground. Watch for snipers on thermal. Over.
You have the DSL. We got it, sir.
Good. That's one less loose end.
No!
Area is sanitized. All targets destroyed.
Solid copy. No movement detected. 2-6 going into holding pattern.
We're under attack by Shepard's men in the boneyard! Sir, hold the left flank! Do not trust Shepard! I say again, do not trust Shepard! Sir, get down!
General Shepard, the man they trusted, the man leading the war effort, betrays them. The cutscene is seared into people's memory for generations. Ghost and Roach, exhausted and wounded, are lined up and shot in cold blood. Shepard tosses their bodies into a ditch and sets them ablaze. And as the flames rise, we realise the truth, and Price wasn't there to save them. On the other side of the world, in Afghanistan, Price is radioing through, warning Ghost and Roach not to trust Shepard. But by the time his words reach them, it's too late. Ghost, Roach, burnt alive in the dirt. Price survives. He always survives, but the men he fights beside do not. Their names are forever burned in the COD history, and scars forever burned in the Price's soul. By the end of Modern Warfare 2, Price and Soap chase Shepard in a desperate final duel. Price disabled Shepard's getaway chopper, sending it crashing beside the riverbank, but they also go into the riverbank as well. By the time Soap wakes up, he stumbles through the wreckage and comes face to face with Shepard. And Soap tries to end it all, but Shepard's quick, plunging a knife into Soap's chest. And as he goes to finish Soap off, Price intervenes, fighting Shepard in a brutal struggle. And in the end, Soap rips out the knife from his own body and drives it right into Shepard's skull. The mission is complete, but again, only 2 men walk away, barely. And the weight on Price's shoulders grows even heavier. Modern Warfare 3 is where Price's tragedy reaches its peak. Joined now by Yuri, a man with ties to Makarov, Price, Soap and Yuri wage war across the globe. Every mission feels like the end of days. Battles in Paris, Berlin and Prague, cities burning as the world teeters on collapse. Eiffel Towers falling, buildings being blown apart. And then comes the mission, Blood Brothers. In Prague, Soap and Yuri attempt to foil Makarov's assassination plot from a clock tower, but Makarov is always one step ahead.
What the hell? Price, who is that?
Kamarov.
I'm sorry, Price.
Captain Price. Ад ждет тебя.
Price, get out of there!
Yuri, my friend. You never should have
What the
come
hell's he
here.
talking about? Get out now!
The building erupts in an explosion. Price gets out of the building and rushes to the rubble, dragging Soap through the smoke and flames. His body's torn apart. Their ally, Kamarov, is also captured and executed by Makarov, sacrificed without mercy. Yuri and Price try desperately to get Soap to safety, but the blood loss is too much. for the first time, we hear Price break.
Price. Not now, son. Just rest. Get a medic! Come on, stay with me, son. Price. No. Makarov. Knows. Yuri. Oh, no! So! No! So! You have to go now! Get off me! I'm sorry.
Soap McTavish, the rookie he trained back in Call of Duty 4, the soldier who became like a son and has been with him through the entire trilogy up to this point, dies right in front of him. The look on Price's face, the rage in his voice says it all. Soap's death isn't just another casualty, it completely shatters him. This was his family, his son and all, except blood. And now he's gone. Price lashes out at Yuri, demanding answers about his connection to Makarov. Yuri admits that he once fought alongside Makarov until the day of the airport massacre.
I was young and patriotic when I first met Vladimir Makarov.
Yuri, wake up. Zakayev wouldn't want you to miss this. This deal will generate millions for our cause. Money can buy many things, even power. The road to our future begins here, my friend.
Что значит маловато? Я думал, мы договорились.
Zakayev never forgot what we did for him that day. Our reward was power. It was madness.
I know what you have done, Yuri. I know what you have told them. My friend, my ally, my betrayer. What happens here today will change the world forever. Nothing can stop this. Not even you.
Yuri drew the line and paid for it. Price's grief turns to fury, and from that moment on, every bullet he fires isn't for duty, it's for revenge. And in the final mission, Dust to Dust, it is the culmination of his rage. Price and Yuri storm the hotel oasis in Dubai where Makarov hides. The firefight is brutal and reckless, fighting from the bottom right up to the top, but Price doesn't care if he makes it out alive. All that matters is that Makarov doesn't. He hijacks Makarov's escaping helicopter, but the damage done to the engine was too severe and it crashes back onto the hotel roof. Price scrambles for a weapon, but Makarov reaches it first. Just as it seems the end has come, Yuri intervenes, saving Price's life, paying with it for his own. This was it for Price. Every single soldier who had walked beside him in the war was now gone by the hands of Makarov and his endless cycle of violence. In one of the most iconic finales in gaming, Price wraps a cable around Makarov's neck and hurls him through the glass roof. Makarov is finally dead. He hangs lifeless, swinging as Price lights a cigar in the burning wreckage. The world is finally safe, World War III is over, but Price sits alone. Soap is gone, Ghost is gone, Roach, Gaz, Jackson, Yuri, every brother he's ever had is dead. Price is the last one left. He won the war, but at what cost? Captain John Price is remembered as a hero, the man who led Bravo 6, the man who killed Zakayev, Makarov, and fought alongside Soap to kill Shepard, the man who saved the world. But his story isn't one of triumph, it's a story of tragedy. For every victory, a name was buried. For every mission complete, a brother was lost, and in the end, Price won the war. There was no one left for him to come home to. The man who won, but lost everything to do so.